What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you are doing good, having a good weekend, all that good stuff, y'all. So we're going to be dropping more content today. In today's video, we're going to be reassembling the top side of the valve train on the truck, including putting some brand new injectors in it. They're just stock injectors, so there's no big feel yet, but that's coming soon down the road in a couple months. So if you follow last video, took all that stuff apart, inspected the injectors due to the suspect sound of a failed injector. So we got 6 brand new injectors, have brand new injector lines. Also went ahead and got some hardware so I can fully connect my exhaust system. We got a Worley custom fab downpipe for a S400 turbo setup in conjunction with a brand new 5-inch downpipe that it's going to connect to because I kind of butchered my last one. It's my fault. So we got that. We got a new hot side pipe in. We got a bunch of stuff in that needs to get put on the truck. So my focus primarily is going to be the injectors, getting all that stuff buttoned back up, and then we're going to go from there and work our way around the truck. If you don't know what's going on with the truck, just go ahead and go to the last video, check it out, get caught back up, and then come back here, and then you'll be tracking like a tank. You know what I'm saying? So real quick, make sure you drop a like, comment, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that way anytime I upload, you get a notification, all that good stuff, y'all. Let's go ahead and start this. I'm gonna go ahead and share what we're working with, okay? All right, y'all, so first things first, we got the Worley Custom Fab downpipe. This is an S400 downpipe setup for the second, or basically if you second gen swapped your truck. So the way it works is this side will go to the back side of the turbo. That bung is for your transmission dipstick. And then this side has the, I don't know if this is a V-band flange, or I don't know. It has a flange welded to it. So it can connect to your factory exhaust, so there's no cutting, no modifying needed. I just went this route just because I didn't want the headache of butchering and chopping up my exhaust system to make it work. In the kit, it comes with obviously the band clamp, some wrap, exhaust wrap, which I don't know if I'm put on yet. I probably will. And then it comes with 2 hose clamps for the exhaust wrap. So we got that there. Underneath here, if you didn't see last video, we have the 6 brand new injectors in that box. Over here we have, this is an oil test kit from Blackstone, by the way. Over here we have the new redesigned hot side pipes that came from .0 Fab. He went ahead and expedited that out to me, which I appreciate him working with me for that. We have a brand new downpipe. I bought this off of Facebook Market, or one of the Facebook groups. So I just put a post up asking if anybody had one. Homeboy hit me up. He said he had one. He showed me a pic. I said, tight. It looks a little longer than what it should be, but I think we'll be okay. All my old parts, you guys see that stuff. Oh, I just cracked my knee. Over here, we have brand new Cummins Mopar, or Cummins injector lines. I ordered them. Got these on eBay. It's like 85 bucks. So we're going to be putting on new injector lines on the truck. Those are the old ones. The only one I'm going to reuse is the number 1 because of the Banks intake setup. All of this valve train stuff, everything stayed the same. We have brand new push tubes, or feed tubes. I'm not too sure where that box is at. It's somewhere in here in the garage, but we got brand new feed tubes. These are the old injectors. Like, I left everything the way it was when I took all the stuff off before, so that way everything can go back in the same order as when I took it out. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and probably start with the injectors. Obviously, I'm gonna show you guys how to install an injector, torque it, get it set, all that stuff. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all how to install an injector. Okay, so first things first, obviously you want to make sure you don't get crap all over your actual injector, right? So brand new copper washers, you want to make sure the copper washer is on there. Now, a little trick, if it slides off, because sometimes they'll stay, if it slides off, get you like a little bit of petroleum jelly, right, and put it underneath of it, underneath that washer, and just sit the washer down, and it kind of acts like glue, so the copper washer stays there. So then the next thing, go ahead and get you some oil, and oil the O-ring, because if not, it's gonna go in dry. You never want to go in dry, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna put a little bit of, this is just some motor oil. It's perfectly fine if it gets on it. It's gonna burn it right off as soon as you start the truck. Get a little bit more. So we're gonna lube that up, So we got that lubed up. We got the copper washer on there. Now next, what you want to go ahead and do is get your injector hold down, right? Now what's cool about this is it can only go on one way, because on the injector, that little raised slot right there is meant for that cutout on the hold down. So like this right here, go ahead and take that, and you line the hold downs up like that, okay? That's how it should look. Now, another tip, that hole right there you see in the middle, that's where your feed tube goes into on your injector. So this hole should be facing towards the driver's side of the engine. So if you're trying to put it in the opposite way, you're doing it wrong. So this big hole should be facing towards the driver's side, right? And then at this point, you just come over here with your holder in place, and you just go ahead and drop her down in there, right? And then you just push down on the holder, and you'll hear it make a little snap. And we just installed the injector, okay? And get your bolts, put them on. Now this next part is important. So it's very important you torque these lines and or the feed tube and the B nuts stuff and the injector hold downs. It's very important you torque them to the spec and in the correct order, okay? So I just rammed down my bolts. Now what you want to go ahead and do is torque the hold down to 44 inch-pounds. So I got my torque wrench set right now, right? And when you do it, you don't want to tighten one side down all the way. Kind of do like maybe like 2-3 turns at a time, okay, and go back and forth. Because what we're doing right now is this is going to seat the injector to when it's time to install the hold down, okay? So it's clicking. So now what you're going to do is go ahead and brake torque. Well, actually here, let me do this. Go ahead and loosen those bolts that you just torqued down to 44 inch-pounds. Just loosen them. Alright. What this is going to do is now it's going to be time to put the injector feed. Get your feed tube. So I got a brand new one right here. Same thing. You got that O-ring, you want to go ahead and oil it up. Just like that. So get that oiled up, and then you're just going to go ahead and put this into your feed position, or the side of the cylinder, right? It can only go on one way because it has a tang on it, and then you just want to push it in. You hear that? It's in. Now go ahead and take your B nut, right? Put a little bit of oil on the threads if it doesn't have some, just so it doesn't go in dry. Plus it allows for an accurate torque. Alright, now we're just going to hand thread this on, and then once we hand thread it on, we're going to torque it to 11 foot-pounds. Alright, torque wrench is already set. Okay, now you're going to go ahead and torque the injector hold down bolts to 89 inch-pounds, and then once you finish that, you're going to come back over here and torque that B nut to 44 foot-pounds, and then you're done. Final torque. Okay, so it's put the injector in, torque the hold down bolts to 44 inch-pounds, loosen them, install the injector feed tube, put the B nut on, torque that to 11 foot-pounds, come back, torque your injector hold downs to 89 inch-pounds, that's inch-pounds, and then come back and final torque your B nut to 44 foot-pounds. Alright, so now all the new injectors are installed, they're fully torqued down. I'm going to go ahead and just start putting all the stuff back on. Put the valve train back on. Something I did off camera before I even started was I went ahead and retorqued all the head bolts or head studs, just because I never did a hot torque. I don't have to. I just wanted to see if they were going to move. They didn't, so I just one-clicked them all in order. So we have all of the, everything's installed. I will say it's going to be, I don't have a torque wrench that can get back there for that number 6 B nut for the feed tube, so I just
just put a wrench on there. The biggest thing is make sure it's tight for those B nuts. But obviously torque them to spec, because if you under torque your B nuts, your feed tubes aren't going to be pressed against the injector correctly. So essentially you're going to have some sort of fueling issue, or maybe a leak or something, or it might be running weird. But we know right now all the injectors are torqued to spec. All the B nuts are torqued to the correct torque in the right order. And yeah, that's it. They're all in now. So just gonna go ahead and keep pushing, buttoning up stuff. Probably start putting on the fuel rail, then go to fuel lines and etc. and go from there, man. All right, you guys, we got everything buttoned up right now. So now pretty much gonna start this thing up and see what the hell happens, man. Everything's back on. I didn't obviously put the valve cover back on. But yeah, so we're gonna see what she does, man. I'm excited. We'll crank her up, do a little start, let her idle for a little bit, and then, you know, if it sounds decent, slap the valve cover on, and yeah, just take her, see what she does. Everything went back together. You can tell these are the little cheap Amazon, eBay style injectors, just cause like the top of the head right there, it doesn't like perfectly line up with the slot, so the wire has to go on the outside. But you know what I'm saying. But I don't care, as long as this thing runs. In terms of showing everything, I mean, I done showed multiple times putting this stuff back together, so it's pretty straightforward. What I will say is torque your rocker box, because if you don't, that's how you end up with oil leaks. 20 foot-pounds for these bolts. Start from the center, work your way out like symmetrically, and then recommend torquing your intake manifold. I do 20 foot-pounds. That way you have an even seal and you don't have any air leaks. And then, as you can see, for the fuel lines, all brand new fuel lines. Probably should have showed that before I put all the stuff back. I apologize. But all brand new Mopar fuel lines. They all went on perfect, no issues. Brand new push tubes, and then, or feed tubes, whatever you want to call them, and brand new injectors. So put the intake back on, tighten the band clamp, plugged up the MAF sensor, all that. I'm gonna leave the intake off for now. We'll just fire her up and see what happens. A little choppy. Hopefully it's bleeding the air out. Okay. Well, she runs. All right, you guys. So back in the truck, driving her right now. These windows up. So we got the injectors in. You guys heard it run. It's still there. The sound's still, the knock's still there. I'm pretty sure it's something going on either with the head or with something else. I'm not sure. But it doesn't sound good. Yeah, Yeah. I mean, something's loose in there. I don't know what it is though. I can hear it. I can hear it just randomly tapping. Like, it's so random, man. I don't even know how to explain it. But once I park, whatnot, I'll let y'all hear it. The truck would sound so good if it wasn't rattling though. Like, the turbo, everything, it would sound really good. I don't know if y'all can hear that though. And it's so random, like the way the tapping is. Like, oh man. By the way, this is the first time I'm driving the truck since this is the first time I'm driving the truck, like legit driving it since the issue happened. I changed the injectors, still the same. Which makes now I'm like, well, fuck, my injectors might have been fine, but I mean, I don't care about that. Yeah, I don't know. It almost sounds like, I wonder if it's a tappet, like slightly bent tappet, or I don't know. A lot of people say a wrist pin. It might be a wrist pin. So the question now, do I just drive the truck until the bitch blows up or dies? I mean, it's drivable right now. But do I drive the truck until it blows, or like, what do I do? You know what I'm saying? Because I really don't know what I'm gonna do. But I cannot drive a truck sounding like this, man. It makes it sound like a clunker. It really does. Man, that sounds so bad. What do you guys think? Should I take the head off, do a head gasket? Obviously do a head gasket, get the head sent off, get the valves done, like pretty much a head job, because that's what it's looking like. I don't think, hell, it could be a wrist pin too, who knows? I'm not too sure, but I don't know. Y'all been helpful with a lot of advice, so let me know. Well, something bad happened. Oh man, y'all, let me just show y'all something real quick. Drop a comment before I show you what's going on. Drop a comment right now. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, tight. So, oh man, I'm tripping. So this engine left the chat. She gone. She said bye-bye. I don't know if you guys can see that there, but that's a piece of the inside of the motor. Right there. Behind that black wire. I can't tell if it's a main rod or a main, it looks like the fucking piston, or not the piston, the connecting rod. So yeah, this engine officially left the chat, y'all. Legitimately, as soon as I went out the next video, I was driving on base, going back to my place, and it just, the tapping got louder for like 15 seconds, and then she just went snap, and then that happened. Check engine lights, all that happened. Yeah, I can see like a chunk of the metal there too. So this is sad, but she is officially dead. This engine is cashed. At least the block. Everything else is still good, but the block is bad. So yeah, engine rebuild time. I mean, I just got off the phone with my boy Eric. I mean, you can see it busted and all the oil. Yep, all the oil showed up. So good times. Good freaking times. So what now? I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is I'm not gonna sell the truck just because it's an engine. You know what I'm saying? The engine's bad, gotta change the engine. I'm not gonna sell the truck, gonna replace it. The good news is everything else on the truck is fucking awesome. It has a built trans rated for 800 horsepower, which I really never even got a chance to use. It has a S400 Smedin kit, or not Smedin, S400 stainless diesel 468 intercooler. It has all the goodies. It has a bunch of cool stuff on it. So whenever we get the block, this engine figured out, we'll go from there. I probably will not be changing the engine myself. Not that I can't do it, is that I don't have the space. I don't have the real estate. I don't know if y'all see where I live, but I basically live in townhomes. So I'm probably gonna end up having to take it to a shop and let them do this job, and it's not gonna be cheap. So yeah. Yo. Good times. Fuck, man. It's like I would have never in a million years thought I would have been that person to have a fucking piston go out the side of my engine on a Cummins. My third gen, I did all sorts of shit to that truck. Ain't never fucking give me a problem. That bitch was stronger than nails. This truck was good until that turbo blew. It all started when the turbo blew. Which now what I'm thinking is happened was turbo blew, oil's getting poured out, dumping everywhere.
Are we still recording? Yeah.
Oil's getting dumped out everywhere. I'm going 80 miles an hour on the 15 north. By the time I'm able to pull over, because I'm on a major highway, by that point, it was too late. Probably wiped that. And it's the number 6 too, by the way, if anybody's asking. So the oil, and I know it takes longer for the oil to get to the backside of the number 6. Just because the pump's in the front, it has to work its way all the way through to the back. So go figure, the number 6 was the first one to take it, so she took it. So what I'm thinking is either the crank bearing or the connecting rod bearing, which it looks like it's the connecting rod. That one went out the side of my block, the left side. I was told if it ever is going to go out, it's going to go out on the right side. Maybe for the even numbers, it goes on the right, and then odd, it goes out on the left. I don't know. But this is cool. And when I say cool, I mean it fucking sucks. Man, oh man. Y'all drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think. I would love to hear what y'all got to say. So now, I like to think of myself as an optimist, not a pessimist, right? So the way my brain is wired is when things happen, and this is anything in life, right? How do we go forward? What is what are we going to do to make this right? To fix what an issue is. In this case, the engine blew up. Well, start reaching out to people, companies, in terms of their engines, industrial D&J. I really don't want to do the used block route. Like I can get a block on Marketplace probably for like $3-4 grand, pull it out of another truck used. After this experience, I really don't want to do that because that's still expensive. And if I'm going to do it, once again, I'm just going to do it the right way. If it takes long, it takes long. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, I got another car, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah. Yeah. Good times. And content, I guess. I don't know. So, I mean, god damn. I just threw a piston out the side of my fucking block. I ain't never, not in a million years would I have thought that would have happened. Oh, man. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think. You really do. And this ain't the channel where we just break stuff just to make content. Like, I legitimately wanted my truck to run. But she's not. She's not. So, drop a comment. Tell me what y'all think happened. Or how that happened. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think in terms of way forward. I don't have the money to sit here and get a stage 3 you know, shredder series or whatever is out there. Like, I just need another block that runs and is good. Might do small little things to kind of beef it up on the bottom side. You know, in my brain right now, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be in this for at least 8K, especially if I'm gonna pay somebody with labor. So this is it. All right, y'all. I'll let y'all get one more look of her before I walk to my house. Oh shit, son. But she a beautiful truck, man. Like, if y'all think for 1 minute I'm gonna just sell this bitch because the engine blew up, right? Like, y'all got me. Look at the oil trail. Look at the trail from when I pulled in. At least I pulled in nice and I'm inside. Jesus. If y'all think I'm gonna sell this truck, man, y'all got me fucked up. It's a good truck, man. It's just shit happens, right? Had that turbo never went out, I guarantee you these videos would have been very different within the last 4 months. You know what I'm saying? And we still got a lot of stuff I want to do to it. So this is just a hiccup. I'm not going to use this as justification to sell it, because if I sell it and it has a blown engine, right? You take off 10 grand, like I'm gonna be in a hole, which I don't even want to sell it. I just want to get it fixed. So if y'all out there got plugs, all that good stuff, get at your boy. Let your boy know. Also, by the way, I didn't even get to show y'all. I got some Longhorn mats, OE Longhorn mats in here. I just got these in last week. I bought them on eBay. I got the full set. I didn't put the back seat in. It's in my house, but I got the front seat over here and over there. So we got that matching because it looks, you know, it looks nicer, right? Man, the engine, I'm not gonna say I did it because I know for damn sure I didn't blow this bitch. The engine blew up. And if anybody's gonna ask, yes, it has oil, but she blew up. She gone. Bye-bye. And by the way, the injectors did not make a difference. These injectors ran good. The engine was smooth. Actually, the engine was smoother with these injectors than the ones I took out, the nasty looking ones. That ticking sound, man, that's mechanical. So now y'all know, right? Like, once again, use me for you know, whatever. If you got a weird noise coming from your engine, pay attention, right? And it might be bottom end shit, because in this case it 100% was. So on to the drawing board. All right, you guys, I'm done rambling. Drop a comment. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the install of the injectors. Obviously we know that wasn't the issue. Now we know what the issue was. Well, actually, no, you won't be able to see it from underneath. I was going to show you guys the block from underneath, but you guys saw it, man. If you want to see it, just rewind back. Until next time, you guys, drop comments. I need to know what y'all think. And until next time, thank you guys so much for joining. I will see you guys later.